There we go. Save. All right. I think I might have got it. Can anybody hear me now? How about now? Sipowitz. Sugar magnolia, blossoms blooming, heads all empty and I don't care. Okay. Thank you, DLR Young. I appreciate it. I forgot I was playing the last time I was using a headset, and now I'm doing my webcam, and so I forgot to switch it back. So 11 Robert 11, the Queen Master. Oh man, look at all these people just flooding in. Colonel Auctioneer. I saw Colonel 1949. Loving my round, brother. Loving my round. It's so pure. I love pure pours like that. So don't be offended if I munch a little bit on dinner while we're doing this live chat. I've got to eat some of the meds they gave me. You got to eat when you take the meds. So I'm having some rice and chicken. So how's everybody out there doing? I'm hoping Silver Vessel shows up. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, DLR Young, what we do is we just take chicken breast, cut it up into little tiny pieces, add with some shake and bake in it, bake it in the oven, and I boil some white rice, and then I just throw the little nuggets on the rice, and I just eat the rice. I get a little bit of carbohydrates, a little bit of protein, and everything is good. All is well. Chicken yum. I love chicken. I love me some Yardbird. If I no, the shake and bake is the seasoning. In fact, that's what it looks like right there. Yummy, yummy. So, no burning the nuggets. Nope, I got it down to a science. So what's new in the community? You know, I do the pour videos, but that's not really connecting as much with the community. I like these live chats because we get to come together and we get to chit chat and talk about things that are going on in people's lives and what's happening. I never announce ahead of time I'm going to do, and they just kind of, when the mood hits me, it hits me. And I'm kind of working with my layout here on where to put my laptop and where to put my camera to get a decent, view of silver, because I like showing silver. That's all silver, melt silver I picked up today, so I could make some more goodies. Although the top row, these are my U.S. Assay Office rounds, which I collect. I don't melt those. And these Southeast Refining rounds, I picked up. I originally picked them up to trade them for some more of those assay rounds, but I haven't really pushed it much. So there's not much of a lag. That's cool. And then I opened the tube of melt silver and discovered this Silver Monarch, which, correct me if I'm wrong, were these done by Monarch Precious Metals? Is that what this is, or is this somebody completely unrelated to Monarch? Yes, I imagine it is pouring season for you, Colonel. Weather's nice, and Robert's been building a CNC router. Holy cow! That right there is something to be said. I'm going to shut the light off. One of the lights kind of drowns out the look of the silver. There, maybe it'll be a little, won't have as much glare off of it. So, Yeah, there we go. Now it's a little bit clear as to what all the different rounds are. There's a bunch of different rounds there. Trade dollars and just generic stuff, and there's some A-mark stuff, and I love playing with silver. Love playing with silver. So you keeping busy, Colonel? You keeping yeah, DLR. There is absolutely something that is unique to the feel of silver and the sound of silver. Just something about it. I love it, and so it certainly is a lot of fun. Kind of staying busy, Colonel. Now you've got a website, I think. I don't think I've ever been to it. Welcome, Louisiana Silver. It's good to have you here. Oh, got to go to the office tonight. That's no fun. Had an order fall through. No biggie. Yeah, that happens. I've had that happen once or twice in the last year or so. Never really a big order. Jam Engelhard. What is the one with the $sign? That is a one silver trade unit, fine silver, and on the back side, it's got the E pluribus unum. Looks like a Morgan. So, Colonel, I tell you what, man, the Colonel's channel is one of the funnest channels to watch. Nice, Christopher Sanchez. Did you hollow it out and weigh it out after you got all the stuff inside? Pit Bouillon, my boy. We were just talking. I was hoping he'd pop over. Yeah, man, if any of you guys are not subbed to the Colonel, easy, because the Colonel is where he dude, if you don't have this channel is a riot. A.G. Scott's Kiwi. Welcome, J.M. Engelhard. I threw all those out there just in case somebody saw something that they want to have didn't want to see melted down, because there's a lot of community out there that, oh, what just happened to my camera? It's not very focused. No, it's two. I don't know what's going on. Very strange. We had some storms here, but the camera isn't really focused. And I don't know why. And I don't know why. Lighting here in the workshop is kind of hinky. So it's I don't know why. Trouble with the sound, huh? Interesting. Yes, Engelhard is the foremost Engelhard connoisseur. Signal is a little weak. You should see this bracelet. You got it. Oh, you got a bracelet, huh? On Instagram. I'm gonna see what's going on with the bandwidth. I'm gonna disable HD. See if that helps any. I didn't realize that you could disable HD. The sound is fine. The Gish is here. Tree of Life and a heart on the bracelet. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I just turned the bandwidth off of HD. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble. We did have some storms here earlier. It was coming down like dogs and cats and dogs. So anyway, I was hoping Silver Vessel's little bell would go off. We should have outdoors. We just started. It hasn't been that long. A few things out at the beginning and long since we started. So you haven't missed much. But man. Flat. I don't. I think I'm gonna have to do these so I don't have to worry about why. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's really cutting in and out to do. I really wanted to have a chat tonight. My video is not quality. I think it's YouTube messing with me because this is how I normally do it. Oh, Jim Engelhardt, congratulations. I am so glad to hear that you got that credential taken care of on Monday. I was praying for you because I knew that was you were really get ducks or pit in. Oh, really? Is that it, John Z? I'm that bad, huh? Mike GPO going out. They don't let you out. I know better than that. Come on now. Look at all this right here, and you're going out. All the silvery goodness. Even Elvis right here. He says, you shouldn't go out. You need to stay in and hang out with your friends. Epic Gameplay ZHD. Hello there. Colonel. I did not see that. That's you got for Melt. That's a score. I don't really collect YPS. Silver Supplement. Hello, Silver Supplement. No, I don't. Oh my God, he was not gonna melt that. That would have been terrible. Terrible. That would have just been unacceptable. Yeah, Mike, when's the wedding? Actually, Mike has made it very clear. He's been married before. He will not do it again. He is. At this point, I would just live in sin. That's funny stuff. That is funny stuff, man. Silver Supplement. It's good to have you here. Oh, thank you, Savvy Metals. It's yeah, well, we will behave ourselves, Mike, because you won't be here. You're the one that usually starts all the ruckus. Troublemaker. Them Canadians always starting trouble. Well, Mike, living in sin and living in Sin City are two different things. Silver and gold. Amen to that, man. Amen to that. Man, I haven't had the gold out of the vault since before the incident last week. So thank you, Silver Supplement. This is all going to melt. This is just poor silver, except for these Southeast refining rounds here. And the U.S. assay rounds here, these are not melted. Those are my collector pieces, collector / trade pieces. Everything else there, that's all for melt. So, oh man, I got to keep some on hand to melt, and some on hand to keep, because some of it I like. And so I really, really, really like these U.S. assay office rounds. I guess I like the history behind them. So are all those rounds? Yeah, well, no, there's an Elvis Presley bar right in the middle. I can't wait to hear him screaming when he gets you know, I don't collect most vintage rounds, so I don't know what's what. I just for them. I know there's a couple of A mark, and I've heard of people collecting these A mark rounds. Yeah, Pitt, you see the Elvis Presley bar. Yeah, that's a 1984 A mark, and there's a couple of these I pull out of the tube. North Star Mint, there's another A mark. That's a mark, which I don't collect A mark rounds, so they would end up in the furnace unless someone wanted to trade. So, but this is all just stuff that was picked up. This one's kind of neat. This one is it's got the Constitution. It says Bill of Rights, 1791 to 1991. Then it's got a really neat looking eagle on the back. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So many people collect so many different things. Oh, I'm going to melt Elvis. Yeah, Jam, I love those assay rounds. And I've seen I've got some assay bars too. Yeah, Gish, I know that some people collect I just don't. And so, but sometimes when I do my live chats or stuff, I'll throw what I'm getting ready to melt out. And if somebody wants to, we call it rescuing. If somebody wants to rescue, there's an American Argent Mint round, 1 troy ounce fine silver. Looks almost like a Monarch round, World Trade silver. But I don't know the history of most of these. And so for me, they're just a means to an end. Just a way to make pretty bars and pretty trees. These are all future tree of lives. Sending Elvis to hell. Yeah. Yeah, I usually pick up my melt silver at the local LCS. I work there, and so I just grab tubes, and whatever's in the tube is what I get. So sometimes they're a full tube of brand new buffaloes. Sometimes they're just stuff that people have come in and sold. And so this is just stuff that people have come in and sold. Oh man, a 10-ounce assay bar from San Francisco. Do you still have it, Colonel? Because if you did, I would trade you, another 10-ounce bar for that assay bar. I finally splurged for a few U.S. silver dollars at $18 in variety, but most are the same date. Let me guess, 1922? Are they peace dollars, John Z, or are they Morgan dollars? Yes, Epic Gameplay. I do work at the LCS a couple of days a week. Yeah, Silvergator, I hear that a lot. I guess a lot of people don't have an LCS. Oh, you melted it. Okay. I have one. That U.S. assay, to me, is kind of neat. I kind of romanticize it a little bit. The fact that, it was from Silver Stockpile. Silver Hippie, what's shaking, my friend? When I started the chat, I was digging down on a little bit of Grateful Dead. Of course, I can't play the music or YouTube will jump all over me, so I just gotta sing it. So that's all right. That music was meant to be sung. Yeah, the only problem, Epic, is that means I work 7 days a week. I don't work 5 days a week. My 2 days off, I help out at the LCS, and so. But it's created quite a relationship. The guys there are wonderful. In fact, when I was in the hospital last week, the two guys from the LCS came up every day to see me. The owner and the other guy that works there, they came up every day to visit me. So um, we've formed quite a relationship. So it's nice. Uh, it's very, very nice to have friends like that. And so, Mr. Zeke, 2000s late dates. 2000s. And they're silver dollars? I'm confused. Are you talking about Silver Eagles? Hey, Bernie, what's going on in Bat Country? Yeah, I need help. I need to figure out how I can get around the copyright, what I have to put in the title or what I have to put in the credits or what to be able to play music in my videos, because I would love to play some music in my videos. Bernie. Those of you that don't know, Bernie is actually Johnny Depp. He hangs out with us because Johnny Depp likes silver, but he even kind of looks like yeah, Eagles. I am not an Eagle fan. I have two tubes just because I was told early on that yes, silver to burn. You need one of those long cigarette holders. You sang Silver Gator. I did. I sang this morning, man. I've had the Grateful Dead on my brain since I got that Grateful Dead mold. Yeah, Bernie needs one of those long cigarette holders with a cigarette hanging out of it with about 3 inches of ash that he keeps dropping in his mug of frosty beer, like Hunter S. Thompson and when he was played by Johnny Depp. Lounge lizards, they're everywhere. Hey, Dude Cat, I very much appreciate that. I'm just a guy playing in my garage, but I sure do have a lot of fun. So, Silver Gator, that was this morning. Yeah, I was really digging the yeah, doesn't he, Silver Hippie? He sounds just like him. Good God, man, we're in Bat Country. When he starts inventorying the trunk of the car, uppers, downers, we've got cocaine, methane. It did first time I ever saw one of Bernie's videos, I was like, oh my God, dude. That's crazy. What time is it for me right now? I operate, it is 1836. It's 1836 where I'm at right now. So what time is it where you're at? I'm in Oklahoma, so I'm in the same time zone as Chicago. And oh, it's crazy, Silver to burn, because yeah, DLR Young's just starting the day out. So that's funny because I think Big Lori got onto me for my video this morning because I said good morning to everybody, and he was like, "Hey, wait a minute, I just got home from work. It's afternoon." Ted, cheerio. Oh, that's funny. I'm just reading the side chat. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Oh, Silver Hippie, that's all right, man. I'll be taking care of you soon, man. I've got your One Piece cleaned up. Do you want to see your One Piece? Do you got time for me to show your One Piece? Dead air, silence. It's bad in the radio world, but in the live chat world, who cares? Okay, yeah. Hey, I've got it right over here on the workbench. I'll grab it for you. Oh. pour your deadhead. I'll pour that in the morning, but here is your tree of life. That's the original tree of life. That's the one that's been around as long as I've been pouring tree of lives. So see if I can, there you go. Get it to where it shows. That's the original tree of life. And on the back, it's got the tree of life stamp with the 999 and 3 ounces Troy. So it's very rare that I come up with an exact weight tree or exact weight pour, but this one's yours, my friend, and I'll pour your deadhead round soon, probably tomorrow morning. So I'm going to put that right up there so nobody tries to gobble it up. Tasmanian Silver Stacker. That's an original, my friend. That's out of the first mold I got. So, Tazzy, please come rescue me from the sound of my own voice. Can you do that? Can you do that, man? I'm going to flip over to email here real quick. And I'm going to send Tazzy a invite because I am to be the only voice that I hear. And pretty soon, I hope he's feeling better. I hope he's feeling up to it because I know he hasn't been feeling well. All right, Tazzy, I sent you an email. Thank you, Ag Scots. That's the original Mr. Zeke Tree of Life round. I don't pour very many of those anymore because the molds, I have 2 of them and they're both pretty much on their last leg. And so I just got another one, but it's a larger one. Whoa, what are we talking about silver carpets for? Cheerio. Spot of tea, Governor. I'm actually drinking tea right now. I want to know how to pour a large bullet. Yeah, he's posted some videos and made some comments on some of my videos, John Z. He seems to be doing all right. You know, unfortunately loss is part of life. You know, we're all dying since the day we were born, and it's just one of those things that we have to become, we never truly become accustomed to. It's sad when we lose family. And I'm sure everybody's lost family. So, but this is a great community when something like that happens. There's a lot of support in this community. I know Tazzy's lurking around because I can hear the noise.
What noise?
What noise? There he is. There's my man.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey everybody, we got Tazzy.
That's a lot of fun looking silver you got there.
Yeah. It's just a hot. It was what was in the 20-ounce tube. So I just dumped it all out and was looking through it to see what I was getting ready to deface and defile and melt. So.
Are those actual Morgans? Please tell me you're not going to melt down actual Morgans.
Tazzy, we've had this conversation before. You don't melt coins.
Oh, I know that. I'm just double checking.
Like are you talking about like these?
Oh, yeah, no, that's a generic.
Yeah, that's a 1986 just silver trade unit.
Oh, yeah.
They try to make them look. They try to make them look like Morgans. There's another one with $1 silver trade unit. It's amazing how many people made silver trade units.
Yeah.
And they were all in the 80s. And so I did find one that I'm not going to melt, and that's this Silver Monarch round. And I think I'm not for sure, but were these made by Monarch Precious Metals?
I would think so. Is it?
I don't know why
a bit slim there, really.
Well, yeah, they're not hand poured; they're round. And I was just wondering if maybe that was something that Monarch did for a little while because I've seen them before.
Yeah, it could be.
Yes,
it's a bit
of his wig whack. Hey, BY39 Double D in Madison, Maine. Brandon Hall.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'm back. That's the now Mostly Outdoors has me nailed. Tazzy, I have to recant. I have melted maples before, but it was for a good cause.
Oh, no, no, the maples don't count. Once they're all milk spotted and stuff, they're for the furnace.
Yeah, and I stamped the bars I poured with a maple privy, so it was just like they
Right.
were
Yeah.
reborn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's exactly the same round. It's just its molecules have been shifted around.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. In fact, I once saw it was I can't remember what it was. It was some sort of Australian soap opera, crime soap opera or something, and there was this powerful Chinese gangster in Hong Kong, and he bought a giant gold nugget that had been dug up. But it was illegal for him to ship it out of Australia because it was for, legal reasons or what have you. So he
You
hired a
just put it up
guy.
your key.
Huh?
You just don't you just lube it up and put it up your keister?
No, this was a nugget about the size of an engine block.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no, you're not putting that up your
no, you're
keister.
not putting that up your keister. So what the guy did was he made a mold of the nugget and packed the mold, very, very carefully and all that stuff, and sent that off to China. And then he melted down the nugget and made it into engine parts and put it inside of an engine.
There you go.
And so, on the other end, they went, "Oh my God, what have you done?" And he went, "No, no, you don't understand. It's exactly the same nugget. The molecules have just shifted around a little bit. And you just pour it straight back into the mold, and there you go."
Mm, that's interesting. Yeah, because I know that they pay more for raw nuggets. People collect
Yes.
raw nuggets, which I've never understood, but there's a huge, huge demand for actual nuggets.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'd rather see a pretty
Uh,
pop Swiss bar than a nugget, but
well, see, if you look on like eBay Australia, for example, you can buy a lot of Australian gold nuggets, like 1 gram or 1.5 or,
well, yeah, they're digging them right out of the ground.
yeah, and
I've
they sell
watched the
them.
old Perth Mint videos where they're carrying them to, they're carrying them from where they dug them up to Perth Mint to turn them in to sell them.
Yeah. But yeah, you can just buy, Australian gold nuggets straight off, straight out of the ground, basically on eBay,
Huh.
and it's about 50 to 70 Australian dollars, basically, and you get yourself like a 1.3 gram gold nugget, and it's just a little gold,
Raw. Yep.
which I think is pretty cool because I mean I've only found a very small amount of wild gold and by gold panning and stuff, so you
Gold
know.
in the wild.
Gold in the wild, yeah. Standing in a creek for 3 hours, freezing your ass off for
Oh
something
yeah.
so small it can fit under your fingernail.
Oh yeah, dude. People get fired up about doing that. I'm like, I'd rather just go to the LCS.
Yeah, that was something I learned after doing that a couple times was, I can just go to the LCS and I can buy a gram of gold from the Istanbul refinery for $56. I'm going to go, yeah, I'm going to go do that.
I'll let some other poor sap dig it out of the ground. Although I'm gonna have to melt some gold here as soon as Junius gets enough put together.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Junius Maltby's putting together. He's gonna try and put together. He does that, and he's got some already, and
Mm.
he's gonna send me. He wants to do about a 2 ounce bar
Oh,
uh,
Jesus.
and have me pour it. So, and I mean I've poured gold enough to know how to pour it. So um, I'm not overly worried about it. So
Yeah, but, at the same time, you're talking about that's $3,000.
yeah, I've gotten pretty comfortable with it actually. That one I poured was, you know, 60 grams of 18 karat gold, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just dealing with a little child here whose pad doesn't want to work. You want to say hello?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and say hello.
Hello.
Hola,
Hola,
hello,
hola, ¿cómo está?
muy bien,
Way bien.
Easter Bunny
muy
came.
bien.
The Easter Bunny did show up.
But it wasn't Easter.
No, it was a pre-Easter strike.
Hmm.
It wasn't Easter.
Yeah, it wasn't Easter, but it was close. It was close enough.
Well,
It didn't really matter.
That's no fun.
No, it didn't matter. She got the big basket full of chalky.
Hey, that's all we really care about.
Well, yeah, pretty much. That's all we care about. All right. What I got there? I go back again.
Silver Gator said, "Hi, little child."
So hello.
Hello.
All right, sweetie, you're gonna have to go plug this back in again because you didn't leave it charged long enough.
I did. I left it charged all night.
You left it charged all night,
Mm-hmm.
and it's still not turning on.
Yes.
Well, that sounds like a bit of a Mr. Zeke issue. Mr. Zeke knows all about electronic stuff.
What the heck?
You let it charge all night and wouldn't turn back on? Did you do a hard restart?
That's what I'm doing now.
That's what happened to my other one. It didn't work, so I had to get a new one.
Oh, Tazzy, I gotta tell you, I'm a sucker for kids with that accent. It's like Big Laurie's, Callum, that British or Australian or the European accent. When I hear little kids, it makes me giggle.
Aw, did you hear that? Sounds like you got fans.
Yep, absolutely, big fans. Now you're gonna get pushed to the wayside like Big Laurie.
I think he's just Polly.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just messing around.
Okay.
Go plug that back in again, sweetie. Okay, because I think it probably needs a bit more sleep.
Hey, Ferdy's here. What's up, Ferdy? Ferdy Montes. It's good to see you, brother.
Wait a minute, let me go.
Yeah?
Let me get me phone so I can read the side chat because I can't do it with this because I'm not technically inclined.
Yes. Look, Mommy, an airplane in the sky. The gish. Oh my gosh. Yeah, get it out. Get that lung butter out.
Well, yeah, maybe if I didn't smoke. I gotta stop.
Yeah,
smoking.
that'll get you. That's what my cardiologist told me.
You suspect that maybe smoking is probably what maybe caused your health scare?
Okay, so what I'm going to say is not a popular opinion, but it actually jived with what my cardiologist said. I'm 41 years old.
Yeah.
I'm in good physical condition. I'm not obese. I'm somewhat athletic.
Mm-hmm.
My blood pressure, my resting heart rate was 58 beats per minute.
Okay. Yeah.
My blood pressure was 124/60.
Yeah.
My cholesterol was normal.
Mm-hmm.
And my doctor asked me, "Your job, is it stressful?"
Probably not.
And I said, "Yeah, my job's extremely stressful." And he said, "Yeah, you need to cut down on the stress. You need to cut down on the stress at work." He said the smoking didn't help and certainly contributed, but at 41, that should not have caused a 100% blockage of your artery.
No, that shouldn't. So,
especially with no history in the family.
Okay, so
stress is a killer, dude.
Well, yeah, no, it is, but I'm just trying to figure out which job he's referring to. Is he referring to the LCS, the gun shop, or silver pouring?
The gun shop.
Yeah, I was going to say pouring silver doesn't. You don't make it look stressful, or if you do, somehow you've managed to magic up and make it look like the most fucking relaxing thing on earth.
That's the most. That's the most relaxing thing that I do is pouring liquid metal.
Yeah, that says something.
I love it.
No, fair enough.
Oh my God.
It's ducks and men and
What's up, peoples?
Duck.
duck.
How are you?
We could ask. So,
What am I ducking for?
what?
He said duck, so I was doing this.
Oh, right, yeah. Ducks.
How's everybody tonight?
Smoking tobacco making it like I'm not supposed to. Ow.
We all have that problem.
Yeah. It's heavens. So yeah, actually in response to what you were just saying there, Zeke, the widow, she had blood pressure that was last night she had blood pressure that would indicate that you were dead.
Right. Too low or too high?
Way too fucking high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I think her thyroid was swollen. So her blood pressure was like, what was it? I think you said something like 159.
Over.
Oh, I can't remember the other part. I just remember the 159.
Yeah, see, even BY39 Double D says dealing with heart issues in my family these days too. Don't know how smoking can cause a blockage. No, it was plaque. I mean, plaque broke free and completely blocked it. So, but you know, and that was the thing that had them completely stumped. Is my cholesterol is normal, everything else is normal, but they did indicate that I needed to attempt to lead a less stressful life. So.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, I was talking to one of my neighbors who walks our neighborhood every night, and his wife teaches Tai Chi at the local Y.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna start doing Tai Chi, and I've always wanted to learn it. He came over last night and he was teaching me a little bit, but you know when they work on your heart, they go in through your legs. So one of my legs isn't quite up to strength, and so it's gonna take a little while before that is is back up strong enough to be able to do it. But I'm very much looking forward to being that weird guy you see in the park doing Tai Chi by himself.
Well, it's ironic that those weird old guys in the park with canes who do Tai Chi can kick the shit out of you.
Well, yeah, and they're 100 years old.
Yeah, 100-year-old Chinese guy beats up 3 skinheads with a cane. Doesn't even break a sweat.
Right.
Classic.
And then asks for tea.
Yeah. Hi Ho Silver says hi ho all. And then he puts the squirrel, which I've never understood, but I dig it.
Zippy. That's Zippy the squirrel.
Zippy the smoking squirrel.
Zippy the smoking. He had a smoking banana one time, I think.
Also
I don't
true.
know. I don't think Zippy smokes, but hey, it's cool.
Oh no, we've seen Zippy smoke in that one video with the where he mutilated the apple. And
oh yeah, that was a tricky
thing. That was a trippy thing. That was like, oh god, we're in bat country.
Chippy.
Yeah, but
Chippy
what was
the squirrel?
Chippy? What was Chippy smoking though?
I think it was menthol.
Ah. Well, I didn't know because I mean, Chippy lives up in the Pacific Northwest, so I can't remember for sure if it's Washington or Oregon, but Oregon legalized marijuana, so maybe.
No, Chippy smoking Canadian cigarettes that Hi Ho has smuggled across the border.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Go Chippy.
Go Chipnell.
I'm going to get Atlantis Mint just texted me. I'm going to find Atlantis Mint. And he got the results back on his coin.
Sweet. Lay it on.
So I will just sent him an invite. So I'll let him do the honors of announcing what came back with the coin.
Sweet.
It's pretty interesting.
That reminds me, gentlemen, on eBay currently, there is a Morgan City Morgan. There's also an 1852 Liberty States Liberty Head gold dollar. Bidding currently is $100. 1852 United States beautiful gold Liberty Head gold dollar. And this coin dealer I have dealt with before. He's in Europe, and the stuff he sells things like cobs and a lot of, like a 1836 capped bust half dollar, $108. But the Morgan, where's the Morgan? Bring me the Morgan. Damn you, where they hides. $104.13 Australian for 1885 Carson City. 3 days left.
Oh yeah,
Taz?
3 days. It'll blow up in the last hour.
Mind you, he has a 1922 peace dollar for $3.
Yeah, that stuff. It always
And
starts
Booker T.
out.
Washington 50-cent piece for $2.34 Australian with 3 days.
He wants to go.
It's good now. I've gotten beat out so many times in the last 2 minutes.
Hey, Tazzy, are those coins graded that guy has?
I will tell you. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will tell you the dude's name. He has graded coins. He has ungraded coins.
He's the
He is
dude.
he is on eBay, and his. Oh, for God's sake! You're bringing a blood pressure machine with you back from work.
Yeah.
I'm
Seeing as
supposed.
I had
I'm,
a crisis yesterday.
I'm supposed to get one of those.
Yeah, you gotta look after yourself.
A blood pressure cuff. Yep.
Yeah.
We have one here because my wife's a nurse, and so she takes my blood pressure in the morning and the evening.
I'm glad that somebody took mine yesterday because it was 159 over 120.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
Okay,
And
so
my
that's
pulse
the
rate was
number.
120. Yeah.
That's the number he didn't know. That bottom number.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
twice what mine is.
Yeah, it's not cool. So I'm on some medication now, and so
Yeah.
I'm not dead yet.
Good for you. Good for you. Get on the blood pressure med.
Oh, I just sent you that link there, Ducks. Well, it's not a link. It's a seller's name. His name is Coin World TV, and he's on eBay. It's all one word. He's in Europe. He's a good dealer. He sells the good things. He doesn't try to rip you off.
Cool.
It's like a candy store. I'm warning you now.
Not good.
So
Yes,
I just got a text from Atlantis. He's about 30 minutes out. So, and he wants to get to show the slabbed coin. So we know we'll be out for at least another 30.
This is the $50,000 coin that the dude found in his attic.
Oh my God, why can't I find something like that?
You did. You found me.
Oh God. God help me, and I can't unfind you.
Dude, she would trade you for 50,000 in a heartbeat.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, does that go under the no return policy, or tell her to have so many days to return that, or
Does
what?
not accept
I can read the fine print.
Must pay
They'll
shipping.
get back.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, you
God.
do.
Poor Tazzy, he takes crap from us.
Yeah, well.
He's amongst friends.
What does the widow think of the new haircut?
She's the one who did it.
Outstanding.
I'm pretty proud of my handiwork.
Oh, how does
It's
this
about
work?
time to clean that hippie up.
Hey, I thought you loved my skater hair.
I did. When I was at college.
What are you guys doing? Where are you going?
Probably south of town on the old highway by R7.
The car or the truck?
Skinny arms.
Oh, shut up. My arms are not skinny.
Doesn't go truck.
That's cool.
When it's the truck you're taking.
Skinny woodworker's arms.
So if you but he
Yeah.
tell us when to drive.
Yeah.
He said, well, just tell me that we're going driving. I said, I'm not telling you.
It's over to burn.
Oh.
120 over 70 is prime, dude. That's perfect.
Good God.
Uh,
That's great.
uh,
Just you have to wait. Just be patient.
okay, because those big numbers are scaring the shit out of me.
No.
Scaring the shit out. Well, they should, my friend.
It's not even finished doing its thing yet.
We're looking for sub 90 on that bottom number. But
Yeah,
you
that's
got to
all
give
right.
them. You got to give the medication time to work.
Yeah, so he's 134 over 86, pulse rate of 63, which for your age, my darling, is good.
Yeah, you old fart.
Yeah. Oh, grandpa.
That's actually that's fine.
That's
134.
backward.
That's fine.
This is mine with the medication.
Okay, and that's the widows with medication.
What is?
Oh, you
I
probably
can-
can't see.
Oh, that's the widows.
That's much better. Holy crap, that's much better.
I feel a lot less like dying, so
Yeah,
it's good.
that's much better. High hose is. Look at this chat, dude. You never know what the hell's going to happen in a Mr. Z chat. We're comparing blood pressures. High hose
I'm
is
sorry,
132 over 71.
I've just busted in. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
No,
You're a lot more pleasant to listen to than Tazzy.
Hey, Dave.
I know.
I heard that. I'm right here.
Well, yeah,
you
I
know.
said it on the live chat.
You know what he said to me last night? He was kneeing me in the back, and I kneed him back, and I said, "Oh, I'm just coming over for a cuddle," and he said to me, "You're not coming over for a cuddle. You're coming over for real estate."
For real estate.
Bastard.
That's good.
Oh my God.
Hey, I was asleep at the time. That's my excuse.
Hi-ho, you can just shut your damn mouth. He said his blood pressure goes up when I talk.
What an asshole!
I know, right? This is what happens when he jumps in the. This is why I love him. This is why he's my mentor.
Yes, he's gonna turn up in the chat with the squirrel on some sort of suspension wire, smoking while juggling an apple.
Yeah, I love the abuse. I do.
What?
It's great.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hang on.
No, it's all right.
Colonel. Okay, so hang on, everybody. Hang on just a second. Colonel wants to know how to get on the video. All right, so Colonel, I'm going to send you an email, and in that email, there's going to be a link, and if you click on that link, it will bring you into the video side. Now, you just got to make sure that you mute YouTube, because if you don't mute YouTube, we're going to hear everybody twice.
Yeah.
So I'll go over to my email, and I will send you an email right now. So I got to let's see. Okay. Remember the email address. Okay, there. Okay, so I'm sending it to the K4 Mint email address.
Excellent.
And we're gonna get Colonel in here. Maybe Alice will be in the background. All right, Colonel, I sent that email. So when you get that email in your inbox, just click on the chat link and make sure YouTube is muted. So, and if your webcam is on, it's going to be you. So if you don't have any pants on, put pants on. I mean, it never stopped hi-ho, but.
All right.
The other day, I hopped on Facebook and was checking a few updates, that kind of stuff. And I'm not kidding you. Some guy was live stroking his crack.
Ah, Jesus!
What? He was what?
Yeah.
He was live stroking his.
His pee-pee?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Oh, yeah.
winking?
Yeah.
That is obscene.
He had his winky out on the internet.
On the interwebs.
On the interwebs.
My God.
Not only are there women on the internet, because we found out last week.
No.
Yes. And she said the word vagina.
What?
She did.
Oh,
We all went,
she said vagina.
she said vagina? It was very strange.
Okay, I know what Tahoe's talking about now. Tahoe posted if he's got after 4 hours he's supposed to go to the hospital. He's got a half hour to go, and I understand now what he's saying.
he's lying.
Completely,
Liar.
completely inappropriate. Completely inappropriate.
That's kind of perfect for this chat room, isn't it?
Mm.
Well, it doesn't count if you take popsicle sticks.
True. Very true.
That doesn't count.
No.
See, I hope you can play at that game.
Yeah.
I apologize to all my viewers. I don't mean to offend.
Well, consider
Well,
you've been through recently. Fuck it.
not intent. Pervict. Stuart Byrne just called somebody a pervict. Is that like a pervert convict or
Previct?
no? He said pervict.
Perfect.
I don't know what that means.
Where the hell did this come from?
Is he a pervert?
It's Iho started it all.
Is he a pervert or is he a provert?
Or is he
I
a
don't know.
prevert?
Iho is a provert.
That's what I was thinking.
Mm.
Yeah, he's master.
He's beyond pervert. He's so good he gets paid to be a provert.
I mean, he's connoisseur series pervert.
Yeah. Like a limited edition bar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a limited edition pervert. I'm going to try out these mint flavored toothpicks.
Oh my God. New from Mr. Zeke, the pervert connoisseur line. Oh my God, no.
Oh, Bunker Bullion's in the chat. He just called Hi-Ho a pro pervert.
All right, I'm going to get some more coffee from me and we go. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Don't talk about
Taz, I'm going to give you a heads up. Coffee's not good for your blood pressure.
I know.
Decaf.
I've got medication now.
Decaf.
Caffeine is a vasoconstrictor.
Did somebody just say decaf?
I don't like the sound of that.
Wash your mouth out.
She will too. I've seen her do it. It's not a pretty sight.
Ducks don't piss off the Aussies.
I guess not. Holy crap. I just made a recommendation is all. Man, get drug underneath the bus twice. Love it. Okay, so here's kind of the thing that I was thinking about last night and today.
Okay.
Is I posted my Johnson Matthew stuff for video response to Golden Arms.
I missed his video.
His Johnson Matthew?
No, the request for VRs or whatever.
Oh,
I've missed two of them now. He did one for Engelhard too, didn't he?
I think so, but I didn't see that one. But
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of Engelhard stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna take that MTV collection. I'm gonna sell it.
Never.
Oh.
But I got a few other
MTV.
things I want to buy. And I'm also going to let go of my Hoffman toners, too.
What?
Yep.
You worked so hard to collect those.
I did, but it's just like, when I got that roll of the Wilmington Trust built, I've conquered that, not next, just lost interest in it.
Are you going to parcel them out one at a time on eBay or?
Well, I don't know yet. I mean, I'd rather sell to people in the community. If somebody in the community wants it first, I would rather do that. Because
Yeah.
if I go to eBay, I'm going to crank the prices up on that the first two on that video, the top two that are the killers that I've had for the longest. Those things are I'm not gonna let them go cheap.
Right.
But the other stuff I'll deal with, people here in the community. Otherwise, eBay is the way it's gonna go. Yeah.
I love those. Dude, those Wilmington Trust, those architectural rounds are just priceless. Those are so beautiful.
They're killer, but I think I've got those spoken for already.
Figures. Not figures.
Who's figuring what now?
Oh, I'm going to sell off some of my collection and do a few other things with it, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's why you diversify your collection. So you've got a little bit of everything, and when the time comes to sell some of it off because you'd rather have something else, or like a grandiose Mr. Z can poured silver piece or pieces or whatever, then just go ahead and do it.
Hell, I got more crap of his than you
You
can
got plenty of that.
imagine.
Ducks and I go way back.
I love it all.
You can
This is going to sound kind of weird, but I was kind of handling my little F5 tornadoes the other night too.
That's cool.
Weird.
I saw that Canadian Silver Saver. I looked on his website, and he's little 1 ounce twisted drops or something like that. That's what they're called.
Yeah, it's the F5. It's just not poured all the way.
It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, because how much do the ones I poured for you weigh?
2 ounces.
Yeah, like I filled the mold.
Yeah, because
I haven't poured.
because I sent one of those. I gave one of those to Vessel.
Yep. I remember that.
Because we had a little fun with him.
You're funny.
You know.
Yeah, because he wanted one, but I kept telling him I couldn't make the mold work anymore.
Right. In the meanwhile, you're pouring more for me, and, and he's thinking he's not going to get one. And
That was evil.
I loved it. Though.
It was good evil.
No, and then last night after I did that Johnson Matthew video, Vessel put a post on there or something about he didn't see the one that he sent me, and I forgot all about it, putting it in there. And
You see Santa Claus is in the chat?
Who's Santa Claus?
Santa.
Colonel.
Oh, the Colonel? No,
The Colonel's in the chat.
my phone screen blacked out while I'm talking. But anyway, I forgot to put the bar that Vessel sent me, and also forgot to put the bar in that Golden Arm sent me too. So I'm gonna have to take a picture and send them to him.
I know I've got some Johnson Matthey, or what is it? What's he doing now? Is it Engelhard or Johnson Matthey?
Johnson Matthew this time.
I think I've got like 31 ounce Johnson Matthey bars.
Sweet.
Good
And they're
God.
all in airtights.
Did you see Stock Jockey's video this morning? He laid out a 5 ounce Johnson Matthew coin that I've never seen. I mean, I'm not saying that I've got a extensive knowledge of Johnson Matthew enough to be dangerous, but I never have seen that coin or heard of that coin that he posted on there. And then he also laid out a sheet of 10 Johnson Matthew bars that are still in the original plastic, uncut. And then he flipped it over, and it's the Johnson Matthey Financial World bars.
Oh, wow.
And that, let me tell you, is a unicorn. Because
Wow.
those are some high premium bars, and they're still in a sheet of 10 uncut. Holy crap.
Hey, JRW3, I am feeling better. I have to feel better. I have to go back to work on Monday, so I'm having to tough through it. I'm having to stay up all day so I can sleep all night because I've been getting up about 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's a weird feeling. So, but you know, it's funny because the first Johnson Matthey, when I very first started, the LCS had 10 of them still in the original seal, and I picked them up, brought them home, cut them open, and put them in airtights.
Oh dear.
I'm like, they'll be safer in airtights.
Well, the one thing you have to look at, though, Zeke, is the Johnson Mattheys. They started reproducing, not
Yeah.
reproducing, but they started making Johnson Matthey bars again.
Yeah.
And you have to look at the serial number on the bars.
Right.
If it's a B serial number, that means that they are the new production.
If it's a what serial number?
B is in beta.
B as in duck's butt?
No, B is in beta.
Oh,
Or baby.
B as in Bernie.
Right. Yeah, go with Bernie.
Or as in
Okay.
bacon.
Or bollocks.
Or bollocks.
Oh, we had the colonel in the chat, but he popped out. It was really weird. It was just like a screenshot.
Mm. He doesn't
He's
look
in
anything
chat,
like the guy who made the chicken. Nothing.
Oh.
Ah, she goes. Oh, fair enough.
But I was also going to mention that if there's folks are listening that if they don't know about allenglehard.com,
That site rocks.
yes, and they
That
have
sounds like
a little breakdown of Johnson Matthey stuff. You know, of course, all the Englehart stuff, but a lot of the old from the 70s and 80s refinements and stuff like that as well. That's a great resource to go read.
it sounds like silver porn.
You've got me curious about my Johnson Matthey bars, so I'm breaking out the box of bars. I gotta get all this out of the way here.
Oh, I love
I gotta get
the clink.
gotta get all the
The
the clinking is fun. I need another 1 ounce airtight though because I picked up a Pomp Swiss 1 ounce bar and I don't have I used up literally all my airtights. That's an Engelhard.
That looks
I gotta-
like LCS pickups that you got there, Zeke, and little flippity doodads.
Yep. Well, yeah, these are these little cute little 5 gram Scottsdales and 5 gram Scottsdale silver. And I don't have any airtights for them, so
They'll be all right how they are. There's no rush. I think.
I have what I call the bar box, which is where I keep all of the bars. And so it's at 200 ounces of bars. So,
Geez, just remember, it's not the size of your stack; it's what you do with it.
yep, that's what they keep telling me.
That's what she said.
Well, I have to keep telling myself that because I've got sweet FA.
Okay, and there's the 10 ouncers back here. All right, so now I'm onto the 1 ounce bars. And what am I? Oh, Johnson Mattheys. If they start with what if they start with a C as in Charlie?
That's old.
That's
Okay, I've got a bunch of C. Mine looks like they're all C. Yeah, they're all C serial numbers.
And they should.
Consecutive.
Yep. Don't ever split those up, Zeke. Keep them all together.
Keep them all together.
Yep.
You got to keep it all together.
I gotta see if I can get my phone screen switched around. I'll show the bar from Vessel.
Yeah, these are all C serial numbers, and then wait a minute, what is this one? Yep, these are all C, and they're all in airtights.
Cool.
So I honestly, I had no idea. I didn't know that. I've never looked up the provenance on any of the Johnson Matthey ones that I have. I knew they were Johnson Matthey. I knew that Johnson Matthey held its value. So to a certain extent, I've learned a lot about 1 ounce bars recently. So
Now figured out how to do that.
one of the little odd ones. There's one of those U.S. Assay Office 1 ounce bars.
I like the USA Assay Office, but I'm very gay. What?
It's not gay. It's
Oh.
exciting.
What was that?
I am very gay, or feeling in need of love from. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. I can't read it all, Tazzy. You got it kind of cut off. Pull it back.
It says,
Pull,
I'm very
pull the
glad
sign
that you
back.
are. What?
Pull the sign back a little bit. I'm very glad you are feeling better, Mr. Zeke, from the widow. Awesome.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I was horrified to hear you were so sick. I'm glad you're on the mend.
I was pretty horrified myself.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Mr. Zeke, just for maybe, the meanwhilest, and forgive me for saying this, but maybe what you should do is
Quit my
change-
job.
No. What you should do is maybe work at the gun shop part-time for a little while.
Yeah, I would do that if it weren't. That's where my insurance is through.
Right. Right. Okay, fair enough.
Good old US of A. Got to have insurance, or it would have been a nightmare this last week. But the wife and I have actually talked a little bit about me getting on her insurance at work. But the cost of insurance over here is just so damn ridiculous that you can't live unless you're willing to make below a certain amount and let everybody else cover your insurance for you. And I have a hard time with that. So, but I try not to get too political or too controversial in my content. So I'll just leave it at that. But I've always kind of wanted to tow my own weight. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, everybody does, but, like if you've been in Canada, for example, none of this would have been an issue. You just would have gone straight into a hospital and it would have been all dealt with. And
yeah, my father-in-law, we talked about this extensively this weekend because my father-in-law, when I was in the service, he came over and visited me while we were in Germany, and he's not a German citizen, and he's not a U.S. service member, and he had a heart attack when he was over there in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And so he couldn't be seen by the the military hospital because he wasn't a service member, or he wasn't a dependent of a service member. So he ended up in a German hospital. 3 weeks for the same thing that I had done, for actually a little less than what I had done.
Yeah.
They kept him 3 weeks. They would not give him his passport back because they didn't think he was good to fly.
Yeah.
Hi-ho, geez Louise. He said he was horrified too, but he spelled it W-H-O-R-E.
Oh, he's in that.
Maybe he had a really.
So anyway,
Maybe
I let Hi-ho. Hi-ho gets to do whatever he wants. He's Hi-ho.
did Hi-Ho have a good experience?
Bye.
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 See ya.
See ya.
See ya, widow. But anyway, and so he was in the hospital over there in Germany, the German clinicum, for 3 weeks, and his total bill was $2,400.
Holy shit.
He had had a heart attack. They put a stent in. They kept him for 3 weeks, and his bill was $2,400. That's what he owed.
Jesus.
Over here, that would have been the admitting ER bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, that probably wouldn't even have covered the ambulance ride.
No.
So, there, and I understand because I had friends that were German and they used to bitch about their income tax and how little of their pay they actually saw and everything. But, I guess if it's as I understand it, if you're non-critical, then you wait. You run the potential of waiting a long time to get treated. But if you're critical, you get treated and it's quick and it's cheap. But
they don't mess around.
It's cheap in the sense that out of pocket is cheap, but it's not cheap in the sense that 40% of your income is gone.
Also true.
It's a give and take, but I agree. And actually, the gun range actually said, if I want to come back and just work, half days for a little while to get my feet back under me, they'd be okay with that. So. They're pretty good about it. They understand that it's pretty traumatic event to go through. So,
yeah, I think maybe that's a really good idea, dude. I think like considering what you've been through, and I know that you've got bills to pay and all the rest of it, but I hate to say this, but it's just money.
Yeah. Well, we went through this with my son when he had cancer when he was 10. It's like. We reached a point where they came into the room to give him three injections one day, and each injection was $30,000.
Oh my God!
Well, he wasn't producing any white blood cells, so this was artificially stimulating white blood cell growth. And so, they gave him the first one. He needed more. They gave him the second one, and the second one, the nurse actually told us how much it was. And you know what? We didn't even pay any attention to it because you're right. It's just money.
It is just money.
And, we got the rest of our life to pay for that, and we still have him.
Yeah, well, of course.
So,
I mean, look, when it comes down to that kind of crunch, you're in the position where, look, I don't give a shit. Give him the injection, and I know people in the States are terrified of, universal medicine. But, they started that in England with the national health in the 1950s. And as a Commonwealth country member, I guess, I'm entitled to that. And it's a great comfort to know that if the shit hits the fan and I have to go in the hospital because, I don't know, a piece of rebar went through my chest or whatever, then it'll be taken care of.
Yeah, what are you playing with rebar for?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Okay.
It was just a weird. But yeah, no. I mean, there's a lot to be said for that kind of thing, and I think that there's really nothing wrong with the idea of it. It doesn't mean the communists are coming to live under your bed or anything. But look, it's a long, complicated subject, and I'm not entirely sure that. This is the right forum to discuss it, so I apologize. And I will shut up now.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it's with what happened to me recently, I'm sure it's on a lot of people's minds. When you face your own mortality, those that are closest to you start to think about their own mortality. And so, I understand that. It doesn't bother me. I've talked to several people in the community offline about it, and they're shocked. I mean, for crying out loud, my family doctor is my same age, and he was at the Masters last week watching golf when all this took place, and he came back and he spent the whole weekend going through my medical records trying to figure out what we missed.
Yeah,
because he's the same age, and so
yeah, it probably freaked him out.
Yeah, well, yeah, both because we're actually friends. Over the years of him being my family doctor, we've become friends, and he's, the same age, and there was no warning for me, and so.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's a big deal. So, I mean, I guess it's like, when you have a good doctor, you have a good doctor, and regardless of whether or not he gets paid by the government or through insurance or whatever, he's going to do the best job he can because that's what he does. That's what he spent 11 years in medical school for, you know, to become
Yeah.
a doctor to help people, because that's his vocation. That's his passion. That's what, you know, that's what drives the man. And, well, thank Christ for that anyway, because you're, you know, obviously not dead, which would
Yeah.
suck.
Yep. And the thing is, you know, you can get the care here. It just means you owe for the next 20 years. You can get the care here if you don't make enough money and you know, Medicaid or Medicare, whatever it is. And, you know, I pay for it. So, you know, through my taxes. It's a complicated, you know, people like to treat it like it's black and white and it's really a simple, you know, concept and all that jazz. But, you know, I find as I grow older that the concepts that I thought once were very simple and cut and dried and black and white aren't cut and dried and black and white. They're actually much more complicated than that. And I'm not talking about politicians making them complicated. I'm talking about if you actually sit down and meditate on the pros and cons and all that stuff, then, you know. Oh, okay. Duck's butt dropped off on Feebay. He's got to list a few things on Feebay. Feebay. I've never heard it called that. I like that.
Yeah,
Feebay. But, you know, I've learned that life is not black and white. Life is very gray. And
yeah. Very, very complicated. You know, like
when I was young, I was very idealistic, and now I've learned to temper some of that idealism and be open to listen. You know, I've always thought that the mark of a true intelligent person is the ability to listen to other people's viewpoints.
Yeah, of course.
And so.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you hear people in the States bitching and moaning about Social Security, and from what I understand in the States, Social Security is something that's granted to you after you've worked for a long period of time. You pay into that, and then that pays back to you if you lose your job. So, you know, I hear things like that and then go, well, wait a minute. So then why do other people care about that? It's not their money.
Well, there's a big concern that, you know, people my age, my generation that are paying into it, that it won't be there when we're retired. When we hit 65, that it will be gone.
Because what? Because people will stop working en masse in huge numbers, and then nobody will pay into it?
Because population explosion. The quantity of people drawing out of that pool is much larger than it was at its earliest conception. That the original plan did not account for the mass of people that will be drawing out of it when it comes time to, you know, draw out of it.
Okay, fair enough. But wouldn't that logically be offset by the larger population paying into it?
But they're not. Not enough.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Not enough. And so, hey, Monkey Swag. And like Atlantis Mint said, the government doesn't know what the hell a budget is, so they're spending money from the Social Security Fund for other things.
Oh, we need more drones. Well, I'd like to eat tonight, so no, sorry.
That's okay, man. It's good to have you here. Maybe Hi-Ho will join in if he doesn't have to run off to the hospital. If he
I wonder if I can use this blood pressure machine on my leg. I probably shouldn't.
If you can get it around your femur.
I probably shouldn't play with it because I think she borrowed it from work and she's really freaked out about, you know. So that's why she's actually gone and got it. And I shouldn't touch it.
They're not that expensive. I mean, you can pick them up here in a drugstore for about $50.
Well, that's not bad. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I mean they've come way down in price.
Yes, this is true. Okay, let's stop talking about politics because let's face it, it's just bullshit.
Yep.
You know, that's the thing about politics. We don't, you know, we just live here. We don't work for it. So let's not do it. Anyway,
It's, two things you don't talk with friends.
favorite sexual positions and. Oh, right. Yeah, no. Fair enough.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm thinking of the old military saying, "Trust me with your life, but not your money or your wife." Never mind.
On a slightly different note, that is the lid for the box for Backyard Bullion. It's a little thinner than I like, but I think it'll turn out really well. So
I think thin is the new thick, isn't it?
I think so. Yes,
I know orange is the new black.
that's right. It is.
That's pretty.
Yeah, it's laminations.
Atlantis is spilling the beans about his new about what it came back as. It came back as AU details under the rim filing, which I guess it means it has all the details, but somewhere along the way, and I suspect, given its age, that at some point along the way, when it was being used as currency, someone wanted to make sure it wasn't counterfeit.
Yeah.
And did a little testing on it.
Yeah, that's not uncommon. You'll find ancient coins that have bite marks in them and a whole bunch of other. People have been doing that since the dawn of time to make sure that the currency they have in their hand is actually made from precious metals. I mean, shit, the Vikings did that.
Yeah. I mean, and I have to imagine, and I've been reading a lot about the pieces of 8 that were actually cut up into smaller fragments, and there was a lot of counterfeiting going on. There was a lot of, they would cut them a little smaller than 8.
Yeah.
And that's why they had to set up a standard of measurement, because people were ripping people off with less than an eighth of that coin.
Oh, exactly.
So it makes sense. It really does. I mean, whenever people start talking about money, somebody's going to try and rip somebody off.
Oh, yeah.
That's just the nature of criminality.
Oh, yeah. Why make the effort to make the money when you can just take it from the other end?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so
why work for it when I can just take it?
Yeah.
And if you were really a tough guy, you'd become a pirate and you'd take it by the sword, not by the ink pen.
Well, see, that's the thing. People have romanticized pirates to the point of absurdity. Essentially, they were seagoing thieves. Sorry.
Yep.
If that blows anybody's conception of what a pirate is, but generally, pirates are really nasty, screwed up.
Dude, they were killer rapists. They were the terrorists of the seas.
They were. I mean, and the reason that I make that statement is because if you look at anything to do with modern piracy, all the ugliness of piracy is displayed there in full Technicolor.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no screwing around, there's no romanticism, there's no, that's stick it to the English. It's really, really screwed up stuff. There was a documentary not long ago about some guy had filmed on a camera phone, a pirate had filmed on a camera phone the 5 guys in a life raft being shot to pieces by the pirates. And this guy started this investigation and he hunted them down, and it was like, oh, okay, that's not pirates I remember. Pirates are supposed to be good guys. That's screwed up. That's what that is.
I've got to mute the mic for a second because the garage door is about to open.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so while the mic is muted, there is a half Balboa in 1953, and this is 90% silver. And I picked that up at the LCS, and it was not very much money, to be honest. I'm quite happy with that. And here's one. Okay. That is from 1771 from Brazil. It is 160 reis, very fine, these were most likely made in Lisbon and then shipped to Brazil to be used as currency. And this was a case of the people who run the LCS not actually knowing how to price something like this. So the price I paid for this, yeah, I could have bought a decent bag of coffee beans for the amount of money I paid for this. So if that tells you, yeah. So I'm quite happy with that. Very happy indeed, actually. And it is in really nice condition and not at all screwed up. And 1771, this coin is 338 years old. So, yeah. I think for the cost of a bag of coffee beans, I'll take it. Seems to me that was a good deal. So let's have a look and see what's going on here on the chat side. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so Last Minute is signing on in a minute. Where else are we going to now? Booty, yes, it was in fact booty. Now, life is a struggle mentally, physically, and financially from JRW3, correct. I've heard another expression, marriage is a slow, expensive, painful way to die. Not that, not that I actually believe that, although having watched my parents, yeah, no. The widow and I will get married, and the reality of it is, having witnessed so much screwed up marriage, I am determined not to make it another statistic in a long line of fucked up relationships. Love your wife, kids. It'll make your life a lot easier. Welcome back, Mr. Monkey Swag. My internet got disconnected. Well, the stuff that you have missed will truly scar you for life. Sorry. Now, let's see. Imagine all the bullion under the sea. Are you kidding me? Wow. Back in the day, I used to collect pieces of 8 and cobs and what have you. And look, dude, when you hold a coin in your hand that has been on the bottom of the sea in a box for 220 years, yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's where it's at right there.
There is a shit ton of money lying in the sand in boxes in shipwrecks. I mean, we're talking hundreds of tons, thousands of tons of silver, gold, precious gems, spices, well, they won't be any good now, or wine, that won't be any good either. But the metal stuff, that's still good. And you pay a lot of money for those kinds of things.
I still don't have any, but I would still like to have some Garasopa silver.
Garasopa.
The British ship that went down.
Oh, yes.
The Garasopa silver. They did some 1 ounce rounds, and now I think everything I've seen is like 1/4 ounce British Garasopas.
Mm-hmm.
But I still would like to have, I'd like to have a whole tube of those because I just like the idea that that was brought up from the floor of the ocean, and then minted into rounds.
Oh, exactly. And a lot of those, also what you have to remember is that a lot of bullion that came across in ships was in huge ingots, like the size of cannons. So
yeah, commercial. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So they can take one of those bars, melt it down, turn it into coins, and sell them off at $70, $80 a pop. And yes, you have authentic sunken treasure.
Yeah.
You just move the molecules around a bit again. There's a really nice round. I think it's just under a troy ounce. It costs about 70 Australian dollars, and it's from a very famous shipwreck, and it's made to look like a piece of 8, and it has a ship on the front, and I can't remember what's on the back. Wait a minute, let me look it up here. They're beautiful coins. Somebody gave one away in a giveaway a while back, and I can't remember the dude's name because I haven't seen him on YouTube for ages. And they were absolutely...
Wasn't it like 28 grams?
Something like that, yeah. Actually,
yeah, I remember that, but I can't remember what it was called.
I will find it for you momentarily because I'm looking at a dealer in Australia that has those for sale. And there it is. 1622 Acacia commemorative cobs.
The Acacia. That was another one.
Yeah. And that's what it looks like.
What
looks like that. Currently, these are $73 each.
And they're less than an ounce?
They are 29 grams.
Yeah, it's awesome. I would love it, but it's not that awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Krugerrand. It's cool. I like it. I dig it. I love it, but it's just not, I'm not spending that for it. So right now I'm laying out my coin roll hunt finds from the day after I got out of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I went through 2 boxes of halves, and I've got 2 more coming tomorrow.
How'd you
the
go?
little row. Huh?
How'd you go with it?
How did I go?
With the coin roll hunt, dude.
Oh, I got 31 40% half dollars and 90% half dollars.
Holy shit.
Out of 2 boxes. So that bottom row on the video are all 40%ers, and that top row are 90%ers.
Wow. You did good.
Yeah, tomorrow I got 2 more boxes, and I'm hoping to finish out the 31 to make it an even 2 tubes of 40%ers. And actually, I think hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. I'm sorry, I got 10 90%ers, and I got 33 40%ers. So
That's
I'm
really
7
awesome.
away. I'm 7 away from having a full tube of 2 full tubes of 40%ers, and I'm 10 away from having a full tube of 90s. And I'm paying 50 cents a piece for them.
Yeah, see, I would buy that.
And I'm debating whether I want to go ahead and cash the 40%ers in. Silver's up pretty good right now. Now might be a good time to cash them in. Or if I'm going to, I've always immediately flipped the 40%ers. But I'm thinking about, instead of flipping them at the LCS, selling them on eBay.
Yeah, you could do that.
I think I could get more for them, because at the LCS I'm getting, a spot or maybe just a hair below spot.
Yeah, I would. I'd flip them on Fleabay and then use the money to buy yourself some sterling crowns or something like that.
Buy myself something nice.
Yeah. How about a 1935 Australian, no, a 1937 Australian 90% silver, no, sterling crown.
That sounds nice.
I'll send you one.
What you looking for?
I'm just looking at him. So what happened to his? What happened to the $50,000 dime?
It had some rim filings.
Yeah.
So it got graded AU detail with rim filings, and that's what it says on the label.
Oh, okay.
So, but still, I mean, they're still going for between 5 and 9 on eBay.
$1,000?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. $5,000 to $9,000 for a dime that you found in your attic.
Yeah.
That's cocaine and hooker money. That is.
Jeez. The widow's gone, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Because
Yeah.
there would be a shot of me getting punched in the face with a rather heavily tattooed fist attached to a fearsome woman.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. Silver Gator's offering a spot for him.
Now, Bullion Boy states there's probably a lot of copper under this. Yeah, actually, you're right, Bullion Boy. That's absolutely true. You can get copper trade ingots from shipwrecks, and they're not particularly expensive. And it is from a shipwreck. It is actual booty from a shipwreck. It's just a big lump of copper. But yeah, no, it's still totally cool, man. I mean, you're not buying, like that again, okay? I'm not buying this for its monetary value. I'm buying this because it's 330 years old.
Exactly. The romanticism of it, the history.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, I finally managed to find a flip for that giant Frenchie coin. So, yeah, it's that's a huge coin. It's just, yeah. Amazing.
Good grief. Oh yeah, the Hercules, the original silver pin.
Yeah.
I've got one of those, but I think I've got it in just I think I've got it in a dollar flip.
I couldn't actually put it in a coin capsule. I couldn't find a coin capsule to fit it. That was the only thing I could find to fit it.
Yep.
So,
I think I've got mine in a dollar flip. Well, Colonel's back in the chat. We just got to get him to talk.
Yeah, Colonel has got to turn off his mic is muted according to the picture. So he's got to unmute his mic before he can talk.
Well, I told him to mute YouTube, but he might have muted both. He might have muted this chat.
Yeah.
Colonel, if you can hear me on the screen where you can see my coins and Tazzy, and that's all you can see at the top, there's that microphone icon. If you click on that, you should be able to talk. I know the first chat's a little tough. Especially when you're trying to figure everything out.
It can be a little disconcerting, but once you get used to it, it's not that bad.
No, it gets easier every time you do it. So, but yeah, they thought it was funny when we went to dump the rest of the $50 because my son had to go with me because I couldn't doctor's orders, you can't lift over 10 pounds. And a box of $50, $500 and $50 weighs 25 pounds. And I had 2 of them to dump. And so he went with me, and he actually did he did the dumping for me. And and that the tellers kind of looked at us strange. And then today they actually found out because I went by to pick up some cash, and they asked when I was going to do some more coin rolls, and I told them what had happened, and they were just in shock because they never expected that. So,
well, no, you shouldn't be lifting giant boxes of coins when you've had your hearts attacked you. For God's sake, that's not right.
my heart attacked me.
It did.
Innocent little me.
It just went. Fuck it. That's it. I want out. Sorry to make light of that. I know, but it's just I don't necessarily deal very well with stressful and scary things, and I usually hide that behind a shield. Yeah,
that's what we all do, my friend. I'm the same way.
Which is not to say that I, in any way, disrespect what happened to you or anything like that. A switch in my head goes off, and I go, okay. I have to make light of the situation, not the person, not what happened, but just the situation in general, because it's too much for me to process.
Yeah,
my brain doesn't work like it's supposed to.
We reach a threshold. I mean, our brains reach a threshold where we can only process so much.
Yeah. And then it's just
And
like,
so, so far outside the realm of possibility. I'm the same way.
yeah. Personally, I think it's healthy, but when you in a situation like last night, the widow comes home and her blood pressure's all screwed up, and I'm just going, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah, that's when the widow says to me, "For God's sake, could you just be serious?" And I'm, no, my brain doesn't work the way yours does. And
Yeah, if I'm serious, I'll melt down.
yeah, I will freak out.
I think I'm going to clean these coins tonight.
What do you
I'm
clean
going
them?
to tumble these.
Just out of curiosity.
Well, I can dip them. I can dip them, but I think I'm actually going to tumble these 40%ers in the stainless steel media and the burnishing compound. They'll come out looking minty fresh new.
Doesn't that?
And they're only 40%ers.
Oh, okay. So like you wouldn't do that with a coin that was 300 years old.
Oh gosh, no. You really wouldn't even do it with the 90%ers.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
So, well, I think the wife is home. I think I've reached my threshold.
Fair enough.
Yes, Christopher Sanchez, I did understand why you asked about sardines. I was talking about sardines with my doctor, and he said you would be better off just taking the vitamin that has the omega-3 in it, because that's the whole purpose of eating the sardines is the omega-3 oils, the fish oils.
Yeah.
And he said, do not eat sardines. Just get the vitamin with the omega-3 supplement rather than, scarfing down sardines with the sodium content that sardines have.
Yeah, that's enough salt to drop an elephant. You don't want to. You don't want to do that.
So anyway, I appreciate everybody coming out for the chat. And Silvergator, you can shoot me an email if you want, and I will definitely respond.
Mm.
And in the meantime, I appreciate everybody coming out and hanging out.
It's not a problem, dude. I'm just glad I was able to join you in your chat because you seemed kind of lonely there and by yourself, and that didn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all.
Much appreciated, my friend. Much appreciated.
No, it's all right. No, I'm glad. But, well, have a good night, dude. Relax. Do some things that you're supposed to do and, relieve your stress and all that kind of stuff. And,
Will do. In the
be happy.
meantime, everybody, Mr. Zeke from the Silver Pouring Bench, cheers.
See you, everybody. Night-night.